Welcome. I'm not sure why you're here, but I hope to teach you something so that when you leave this video, you leave with a heavier head. Today, you'll learn about HTML and its basic forms. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's a simple, human-readable language used to structure content on the web, and it's designed to be easily understood by both people and computers. If you go to w3schools.com, you'll find a library for just about any language you can imagine, so make good use of it when you have any interesting questions I don't answer. All credit for the inspiration of these first series of videos goes to HuXn WebDev. I would have never gained the courage to start teaching others had it not been for him. I recommend his full-stack course for those serious about web development. Now, ladies and gentlemen, shall we? To begin, you'll need to download VS Code. Choose between either Apple, Linux or Windows. I use Apple on an Intel Core. Then from your desktop, create a new folder and name it whatever you want. But to make things easy, I will name it Simple Site. Once VS Code is downloaded, make sure it is in your dock and then drag the new folder to VS Code to open right into the folder. Once there, you'll notice a lot of icons and buttons, but stay calm. On the left-hand side, you'll see the name of my folder called the Simple Site. Look for the same area for your folder, and we're going to create a new file. We'll call that index.html. Now to begin, you'll notice that from our trusty w3schools.com HTML has a bunch of confusing words and symbols. Let's break it down line by line. First, we need to initialize our page with an exclamation mark and then with doc type in all caps. Notice how it won't work any other way. Attention to detail is paramount when coding, so always double check your spelling. Once we have the necessary characters, VS Code has a cool feature where it does some work for us by completing the line of code for us. In this case, it has completed the entire block for me, but for the sake of my tutorial, I'm going to delete all of that. I'm also going to ignore the following issues from site to avoid confusion. Don't worry about those attributes for now. Next, we have the HTML tag that we wrap all of our code in. Basically, I like to think of this as the invisible page that hold our virtual ink. Within this tag goes everything that you'll soon see in the output. After this, we start with a head tag. Within the head goes the title of the page, along with other attributes we'll learn about. Here, using the title tag, I name the title of this site Simply Easy. Comment what you named yours. Then, after the head, we have the body tag, which holds the main content for each page. Here we will write a message that will appear later in our live site. Here, using the H1 tag, I write, "This is how we build simple websites." We'll spend more time getting into more tags as well as what they mean and their versatility in the upcoming videos.
Now, for the next step, you'll need to find the icon with the 4 cubes stacked together. This is where you'll find extensions. Here, we're going to download a few extensions. The first one is called Live Server, which will allow us to see our code in a live browser. Then I want you to download Prettier to hopefully make your coding experience easier. Now, before we wrap this up, I want you to hit a few commands with me to further help your coding experience. If you press Command, that will take you to the settings. Now, search for autosave and make sure it is turned on to after delay. And now we're ready to boot up our very first simple website. If you've completed all the steps correctly, back in our index file, you should see at the bottom a Go Live button. Press that button and your code should open up a Google Chrome tab. You should notice that all your corresponding names that you give each input are all there, like my Simply Easy at the top, my index.html as my file link, and my text from my H1 message. So there you have it, folks. It's that easy. I plan to dive deeper, of course. This is just to get my feet wet. Let me know if I missed anything or what you'd want to see next. Thanks for watching.